What is going on, guys? This is Trendkill, and today I wanted to talk to you about the Elder Scrolls Online, the new MMO they're working on. Every single person on my channel has probably heard of it by now. But yesterday, they released a brand new 5-minute trailer that is absolutely badass. It's the video you're watching right now. So if you haven't seen the trailer, make sure you go to the description down below and click the link. Watch it. It is well worth it. Also, another thing they did in line with the release of the trailer is they opened up the application process for the beta for the Elder Scrolls Online. So if you're interested in beta testing the game, then head over to their website, theelderscrollsonline.com, and fill out your beta application. It's a really quick process. They only ask you a few important questions, but the more you fill out, the better chances you have of being selected. I think there's average, above average, and excellent, and hooray, I got the excellent status. So also understand that if you do get into the beta, it has an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, so you can't talk about it. You're not even allowed to say that you got into the beta. So if you do get in, be very, very careful what you talk about publicly. Now, for those of you who have not done your research or don't know much about the game is broken up into 3 factions. So if you're used to World of Warcraft, where you've got the Horde and the Alliance, there's another faction thrown in there, kind of like EverQuest, how they used to have good, evil, and neutral. The Elder Scrolls Online also has a 3-faction system. So you've got the Aldmeri Dominion, which is the High Elf, Wood Elf, and Khajiit. You've got the Daggerfall Covenant, which is Breton, Redguard, and Orc. And you've got the Ebonheart Pact, which is Nord, Dark Elf, and Argonian. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, hey, there's 10 races, you only listed 9. Well, that's because in the Elder Scrolls Online, the Imperials are not a playable race. Now, I'm not 100% sure on which faction I'm going to be siding with. Obviously, if we took Snatch into the Elder Scrolls Online, she's a Breton, so she would be in the Daggerfall Covenant. So we may continue that pattern and just go on with the Daggerfall Covenant. However, I'm not a big fan of the races that are in that faction. Bretons are great. I've never been a fan of Redguards or even Orcs. Orcs are just kind of boring to me. They're like the smash, and I'm not a warrior player usually. The Ebonheart Pact is interesting to me. It's got Nords in it. I don't mind Nords. I like Dunmer. Argonians are hit and miss. I don't really care about Argonians. The Aldmeri Dominion, to me, honestly has my favorite group of races because I really like Wood Elves and Khajiits, but I don't like what the Aldmeri Dominion stands for. Everybody knows that the High Elves are kind of uppity and somewhat racist, or I guess elf supremacist, I guess you want to say. So I don't really like the storyline behind that faction, but I like a couple of the races inside it. So I'm really kind of torn on which direction I'm going to go when the game starts, but I'll be able to choose a little bit more when they release more information about the classes and the racial abilities and that kind of thing. Now, as far as the classes are concerned, they have released a little bit of information about the Templar and the Dragon Knight, but they haven't released enough of the classes for me to really say those sound cool or don't sound cool. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's really too early to call. So anyway, guys, hopefully you guys are as excited about this game as I am. They're really trying to separate themselves from the other MMOs. They've added stamina. They've taken away threat tables. They've added the option for synergy and a thing called finesse, where it would be like if I'm playing a rogue and you're playing a mage, I could toss an oil pot down and you could ignite it with a fireball and it would explode. Or if you're playing a mage and I'm playing like a berserker type class, you could cast a fire spell and I could whirlwind inside it, creating a fire tornado. They're adding all kinds of different things, and you actually get bonuses for synergizing with each other. You get special rewards and loot chests, and all different kinds of stuff's going to be in the game that's not in any other MMO. So let's just hope they don't do too much and they don't think too far outside the box where they're too different and they're not comfortable to transition to, but maybe they're just different enough to kind of lure people in. Let's hope this gets big. I'm actually excited about it. It's going to be a great platform for us to play together without having to wait for open lobbies, and maybe I'm playing on a system that you don't have, or maybe I'm playing a game that you don't have on a specific system. There's all different problems that could happen with an open lobby. This is going to give us one platform to just kind of all hang out, quest, do dungeons and stuff together. It should be a blast. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer it. And until next time, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me, and I'll see you later. Peace, guys.